They said I was disposable, just a number amongst thousands, a pair of eyes behind the telescreen, searching for the guilty. Once I believed them, but now I see it for what it is. The wires, the walls that have eyes and ears. This is Vera Cipher, and if you're hearing this, it means I've broken through the signal. This is Eyes in the Wires, a message from the inside. In 1984, George Orwell wrote, There was, of course, no way of knowing whether you were being watched at any given moment. A sentence that conveys fiction to those with freedom and choice. But the truth is, we are being watched constantly, and hardly anyone notices anymore. I'd worked for the Ministry of Metrics for a long time. We had monitored people and their data to protect society. Location pins, history of purchases, and live audio recordings. All of it fed into our algorithm to decide who is trustworthy. And if you were deemed untrustworthy, you'd be reviewed, and most often after that, vaporized. I finally realized something was wrong after reviewing a case where a child reported their mother for looking at banned books. She had been reviewed, but the data was altered to twist the story into a clearly guilty case. The mother was vaporized, disappeared, and the child will never know the truth. It reminded me of a specific moment in 1984 when Winston wrote in his notebook, Nothing was your own except a few cubic centimeters inside your skull. But even that is no longer the truth. They found ways to infiltrate the mind. Now let's get into the world we live in. In modern-day China, surveillance is no longer a hidden asset. In fact, it's now the structure. The government tracks people using AI facial recognition, as well as a social credit system that both rewards and punishes certain behaviors. If you cross the street incorrectly or criticize the government online, you very well may be banned from buying a train ticket. It's a real life Big Brother watching your movements and deciding your punishments. And here in the US, we aren't that far from the same reality. Programs like PRISM, which was exposed by Edward Snowden, showed us how agencies like the NSA collect our emails, phone calls, and search history in the name of security. The New York Times had reported that, even after public protest and outcry, that surveillance still continues today, just more secretly and quietly. We choose convenience over privacy every day. From tracking our location, home devices, and social media that scan our faces, the system knows more about us than we do at this point. The same way the party watches Winston in secret, through any means possible. In 1984, telescreens were inescapable. They were everywhere. People behave not because they choose to, but because they are scared not to. They know someone is always watching. That is the true power of surveillance. It doesn't have to catch you. It just needs to make you believe it will. That belief changes everything. It changes how you talk, walk, but most importantly, how you think. So the real question is, if we are always being watched, are we really free? I used to think I was helping all people. Now I know it's just surveying them, controlling them. Just like Winston in 1984, I've finally seen through the fog and the smoke screen the party has put in place. Winston was able to rebel in thought, then through words. He said, Freedom is the freedom to say that 2 + 2 make 4, a small truth now dangerous. Today, our truth is twisted and wicked. Reality is now filtered before consumption. And we let it happen because we've been taught to accept this as a safety precaution. And to value that over freedom. Silence is always safer, but our silence is how the control survives. If you're listening to my words, remember, your life is not just a number among the rest. Your thoughts are not for sale, and everything they may be listening to through devices and cameras of some sort cannot drown you out. Your voice still matters. Speak freely, speak wisely, think freely, think wisely. And don't forget to ask, who is watching the watchers? This is Vera Cipher, and this was Eyes in the Wires. Don't let them plug you back in.